How to Trap 101 by Mr. Landers. Chapter number 5, Marketing and Branding Like a Boss, Social Media and Digital Hustling. Everybody online swears marketing is easy. They hit you with the, all you gotta do is post content, go viral, and boom, you're rich. No, that's cap. Simple, maybe. Easy, never. Here's the real. Creating a brand and making it pop online is like building muscle at the gym. You don't hit the weights for 1 week and come out looking like The Rock. It takes time. Reps, focus, consistency. Most people quit before they even break a sweat. They want the title, not the work. They want the hoodie that says CEO, but can't even stay consistent posting on IG for 30 days straight. The game is slow at first. The likes trickle in. Views flat. You'll question if it's even worth it. But every brand you admire went through that same drama. Nike started with a trunk full of sneakers. Apple, a dusty garage and a dream. Even McDonald's, the most recognized brand on earth, still runs thousands of ads per day and spends over $1.5 billion a year on marketing. Why? Because even the most iconic brands will fade out if you stop feeding the machines. No matter how dope your brand is, people got 100 things fighting for their attention. You got to earn your spot in their scroll. You don't go viral, you go consistent. And then the viral comes. So no, marketing ain't just a post and hope. It's strategy, it's testing, it's listening, it's failing fast and fixing faster. If you treat your content like an afterthought, don't be surprised when your bank account looks like one. You're creating a brand that sells itself. You ever wonder why Jordans resell in minutes? Or why Yeezys used to fly off the shelves? It's because the brand did the heavy lifting before the drop. But don't just get it twisted. No brand sells itself, not even close. Every logo you trust, every product you crave, it all started with someone building a story first. Let's talk McDonald's again. $1.5 billion plus annually on marketing. Thousands of US commercials a day. And their food, still mid. But the marketing, legendary. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Yeah, that wasn't an accident. Even Apple, the brand that people tattoo on their bodies, still advertises everywhere. Billboards, YouTube pre-rolls, IG swipe ups. Why? Because even legends need to stay loud. So how do you build your version of that? Number 1, get clear on your story. What do you stand for? Who is it for? Number 2, make your look match your energy. Weak visuals equal no trust. Number 3, show consistency, even when nobody's watching. And here's the dopest part. Once your brand clicks with the people, it really does start to sell itself. You become the thing people recommend, talk about, post about. But you got to build the gravity first. Takeaway. You're not just building a brand, you're building a digital personality, a vibe, a movement. And that takes more than a Canva and a caption. It takes belief, boldness, and the balls to show up every day even when no one claps. Even legends need branding. The Snoop cereal case study. Just because you're rich, famous, or iconic doesn't mean branding doesn't apply to you. In fact, when you're already known, your branding has to be even sharper because you're playing in the big leagues with billion-dollar competitors who own the shelves in their airwave. Case in point, Snoop Dogg and Master P cereal brand, Snoop Cereal. Two cultural legends, millions of fans, and still the product didn't stick. In 2023, Snoop and Master P filed a lawsuit against post-consumer brands and Walmart, claiming that the cereal giant and retail juggernaut were intentionally sabotaging their distribution. According to the Washington Post 2024 news article, they alleged that despite high demand, Walmart stores were hiding or removing their products from shelves. Whether racism played a role, only Walmart and Post know the full story. But let's look at what we can see with our own eyes, because the real trap is deeper. The branding didn't hit. Snoop cereal looked like a knockoff. Snoop Loops, it felt like a bootleg version of Fruit Loops, not a category disruptor. The box design, dull colors, weak mascot, no toy or freebie. When you walk down a cereal aisle, it's visual warfare, bold blues, fiery reds, smiling tigers, catchy jingles. Snoop box didn't pop. It blended in, and blending in is branding depth. Want proof? Put 10 kids in the cereal aisle, tell them pick any 2 cereals, and watch what happens. They're not picking the most nutritious or the most black owned. They're grabbing the boxes that scream at them. adventure, flavor, fun, commercials they seen on YouTube. Think Fruit Loops equals the toucan. Frosted Flakes equals Tony the Tiger. They're great. Reese's Puff, a rap commercial that's stuck in your head. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, dancing cinnamon squares doing wild stunts. Snoop cereal didn't have any of that. It tried to win on the celebrity culture angle alone, but you're not selling to adults who grew up on doggy style. You're selling to 6-year-olds who want a sugar rush and cartoon chaos. What they could have done instead. Number one, mascot magic. Create a brand new animated mascot that kids actually love, not a rip-off bird or lazy lion, something modern, animated with lore behind it. Number two, color psychology. Bright saturated colors equal dopamine hits. Study what's already dominating the shelves, then go opposite to stand out. Number three, commercials built for YouTube and TikTok. Rap jingles, animated shorts, kid influencers, unboxing Snoop cereal plus toy collabs. Number four, packaging that pops. QR codes to AR games. Comic strips on the box. Many mystery toys inside. McDonald's has been giving out toys and Happy Meals since the 70s, and it still works. Number five, know your real audience. The cereal aisle ain't a music chart. Kids buy based on colors, characters, fun, not who the CEO is. Snoop could have voiced the mascot, sure, but he shouldn't have been the face of the brand. When it works, Snoop in the Jack in the Box equals genius. But don't get it twisted. Snoop knows branding. Look at his Munchie Meal collab with Jack in the Box. That hit. Why? Because it was on brand. Snoop's a weed icon. Smokers get the munchie. Smokers get the munchies. Late night fast food fits the persona, the product, and the people. Same with this cannabis brand. He's not forcing the brand fit. He's not forcing the brand fit. It flows. Key lesson. Product market fit is real, but so is product personality fit. If you're a legend in one lane, don't assume your name alone can cross into another without putting in the work. Takeaway. Even if you're Snoop Dogg, branding isn't optional. It's the game. The message, legacy doesn't replace strategy. Culture sells when it's packaged right. The cereal might have flopped, but the lessons, solid gold for any hustler building a brand. Fire idea, bad execution. Another brand that faced a similar challenge is Rap Snacks, founded by James Lindsay. Now on paper, the idea is genius. Combine hip-hop culture with snacks that everybody loves. That's viral gold. You got iconic rappers like Lil Baby, Rick Ross, and Migos plastered on the bag. But here's the issue. The execution doesn't match the concept. When you line up Rap Snacks next to giant industry giants like Hot Cheetos or Takis, it falls flat in three crucial areas: taste, brand recall, and packaging. The flavors aren't terrible, but not bad isn't enough. In a snack game full of heavy hitters, okay gets you forgotten, and let's be real. When was the last time you saw a kid beg their mom for some Rap Snacks over flaming hot anything? That's because iconic brand builds memories, colors, mascots, songs, flavor, intensity. Rap Snacks haven't carved out that kind of edge yet. It's just about being a black brand. It's not just about being a black brand, it's about being a great brand that earns its space next to giants. So how could Rap Snacks level up and actually compete with big dogs? Start with flavor innovation. Not just cool names, but bold, memorable taste that slaps. Go all in on collabs with chefs or viral food influencers to craft flavor combos that make people talk, like hot honey buffalo or lemon pepper ranch. Second, upgrade the packaging game. Right now, the bags are loud but not premium. Make it feel like a collectible. Give the art direction real character. Limited edition drops, holographic prints, interactive QR codes that play music or unlock exclusive. And then comes the marketing or own the culture. Sponsor gaming tournaments, do rap ciphers, hit TikTok with the taste test challenge, and partner with school programs that make kids feel like Rap Snacks is theirs. Excuse me. Finally, make sure the product is available where the culture lives. Not just random gas stations, but youth events, sneaker shops, corner stores with high foot traffic. You're not just selling chips, you're selling identity, flavor, and a movement. That's how you become iconic. How Payless fumbled the bag. Back in 2018, Payless pulled a bold move. They opened a fake luxury store in LA under the name Palessi. Slick lighting, chic decor, velvet ropes, same shoes, new drip. They invited influencers and fashionistas to check it out. And guess what? People went crazy. Customers were offering $400 to $600 for shoes that normally sell for $20 to $60 at Payless or Walmart. One woman even called the designs elegant and said she'd pay top dollar for the craftsmanship. They believed they were high-end, European-inspired kicks straight out of Milan or Paris. Spoiler alert, they were just regular Payless shoes rebranded. But here's where Payless blew it. They ended the campaign as a joke. They revealed it was all for laughs. Haha, I got you. And just like that, the hype vanished. Where they went wrong. People didn't reject the shoes. They rejected the brand they were associated with. See, Payless is known as an uncool shoe store or a bargain bin staple. It's like, oh, it looks like it should be sold at Kohl's or Walmart, places where luxury status takes a backseat to practicality. So even when a product looked and felt premium, as soon as folks heard Payless, the vibe changed. The magic was gone. Payless missed a golden opportunity to create a sub brand. They should have leaned all the way in and launched Palessi as its own luxury line, quietly backed by Payless, just like how Toyota has Lexus or Walmart owns Sam's Clubs. One brand says everyday value, the other whispered luxury and exclusivity. Two brands, two different audiences. Because here's the truth. People don't just buy shoes, they buy status, story, and self-expression. If someone goes to drop $500 on kicks, they want to flex, not explain why they're wearing something you can cop at a strip mall for $39.99. That's branding, that's psychology, and that's where Payless flopped. How a rapper missed a perfect time to brand. If you don't own it, someone else will. There's a concept in branding called cultural timing, when the streets in the moment are begging for a product to show up. If you're in the right place at the right time with the right idea and you don't act, somebody else cashes in. And that's exactly what happened here. Let's take it back. There's this face covering mask. Technically, it's called a balaclava, originated during the Crimean War in the 1850s. Soldiers used it to protect their face from the cold over time. Over time, it made its way into ski resorts, tactical gear, and military uniforms. In fashion, it popped up in various subcultures. But in the culture, in the trenches, in the music videos, in the neighborhood, nobody was calling it that. They call it a shiesty. Why? One reason, one rapper. Pooh Shiesty, the Memphis rapper who blew up with the 2020 banger Back in Blood featuring Lil Durk. Every time you saw him in music videos, interviews, he was rocking that mask. The shiesty, the balaclava, wasn't just an accessory. It became part of his identity. And just like that, he branded it without even trying. But here's where the story shifts. Despite all that buzz, he never capitalized on it. He had the streets, the look, the viral appeal. The mask was already named after him. Gen Z's, young fans, and especially the black community weren't saying balaclava. They said, I need a shiesty. That's free marketing most brands would kill for. He had an entire summer in a chokehold. That same year when his single hit, you couldn't scroll Instagram or walk through the mall without seeing someone in a shiesty. He could have dropped limited edition shiesty masks with his logo. Imagine the collaborations, the different colors, streetwear drops, seasonal releases, even luxury spins. It was the easiest $1 million idea handed to him. But if you visit his merch store, not a single shiesty. Meanwhile, Nike, Amazon, and random dropshippers quietly ate off the wave. They slapped shiesty masks in the product name and watched orders roll in. He gave them the traffic, the name, the popularity, all for free. And now he's locked up. The wave came and went. The market moved on. The moment passed. He may get another chance, sure, but will it ever hit the same? The first wave is magic. And when you miss it, you don't always get it back. So what's the lesson? Brand what you birth. Own what you influence. If the culture attaches your name to something, lock it in, fill the trademark. Start production. Sell it before someone else does. Because the world doesn't wait, they'll buy from whoever shows up first. Shiesty had a moment that could have made him the new era of face masks, but instead he handed out the cheat code for free. $1 million ideas for free, but at what cost? Everybody wants a $1 million idea, but few understand what that really means. Truth is, ideas don't make you rich. Execution does. And most importantly, ownership. You ever heard of Sophia Stewart? She's a black woman who wrote the original script that became The Matrix and Terminator. She handed over her manuscript to a studio, who told her it wasn't a good fit. Then years later, her story shows up on a big screen, global blockbuster. She fought the legal battle of her life, but guess what? The idea wasn't protected. No trademark, no contract, no power. She had the vision, but they had the machine. This happens more than you think. Big brands pay top dollars for researchers to do one thing: study culture. So who really studies cultures and make bank off of it? Culture isn't just being watched, it's being weaponized. Every time you say something dope, wear something fresh, or spark a trend, someone's making a PowerPoint about it in a boardroom. Here's who's really paying attention and profiting. Number one, trend forecasting agencies, the crystal ballers. These companies get paid big money to predict what's next before it's even cool. Examples: WGSN Trend Watching. WGSN Trend Watching, the Future Laboratory. They study everything from underground slang to TikTok dances to what 12-year-olds wear to school in Atlanta. They drop 2026 trends report for brands to base whole product lines on. Number two, market research firms, the stat snipers. They don't guess, they measure. Think surveys, focus groups, AI to listen to social conversation, even eye tracking tests. Examples: Nelson Mintel, IPSOS, Forrester. They figure out what Gen Zs are vibing with, how Black Twitter feels this week, and what Middle America thinks is urban. Brands then use the data to reverse engineer the next big thing. Number three, cultural strategists and creative agencies, the street level scientists. These are the ones actually in the trenches. They're on IG Lives, backstage, at pop-ups, scrolling Discords, texting influencers, vibing with local legend. Example: translation, Steve Stout, Cashmere Agency Street Theory. They pitch brands like this. This is what's popping in the Bronx right now. Let's build a sneaker drop and campaign around it. Number four, social media listening tools, the digital spies. Tools like Brandwatch, Sprout Social, and Crimson Hexagon track trending hashtag, sounds, caption, memes, and creators. Used by companies like Netflix, Nike, and McDonald's to monitor culture in real time without ever stepping foot in it. Number five, in-house culture labs, the hidden labs behind the cool. Companies like Nike, Red Bull, Apple, and Netflix have their entire culture departments. These teams watch what you wear, post, say, and monetize it. They don't need to create culture, they just remix yours and sell it back to you with their logo on it. So the next time you drop a bar, start a wave, or coin a phrase, just know you're the trendsetter, you're the trend scalers, and unless you own it, someone else will. Taking ideas. I saw a video on TikTok the other day. A dude said, "Yo, I'll gladly drop cash if there was a food truck that rolled through hoods like an ice cream truck, but with real food. Not parked up downtown, moving, playing music, coming to you. I'm talking soul food, tacos, wings, whatever." It was a genius $1 million idea. But instead of keeping it low and locking it in, it was online for the whole world to copy. I guarantee someone with the capital saw it, wrote a check, and already building it. You can believe that, and this is how they could execute that idea. How to out-hustle the big three: Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates. The food truck delivery hybrid playbook. The bad news for them, not you. Let's keep it real. Food delivery apps come with baggage. Here's what every customer silently hates. Number one, delivery fees. Usually $2 to usually $3 to $7, sometimes even more during peak hours. Service fees, that sneaky 10 to 15% add-on that most people miss. Number three, taxes. Straightforward, but still adds up, especially in high-tax cities. Number four, tipping guilt. You make it feel bad if you don't tip at least $3 to $5, even when you just paid $15 in fees. According to the New York Times, delivery apps fees can raise the total price of a meal by 30 to 91% over pickup. Forbes reported that over 60% of customers feel food delivery is now too expensive. Now here's where you come in. You're not just delivering food, you're redefining convenience. The strategy: street food meets Uber efficiency. Number one flat price. Roll all your costs, taxes, and tips and fees into a single premium price. No hidden fees, no tipping pressure. What you see is what you pay. This alone will make you stand out and keeps customers' trust high. Number two, double up. Delivery plus walk up. Serve both pre-orders and real-time foot traffic. You make money while you're making deliveries, literally. Deliver a plate on 55th Street, post up for 10 minutes, serve the neighborhood too. Number 3, pop-up and pull-up location. Drop your truck location. We're on 116th and Malcolm X from 3 to 6 p.m. Catching downtown before the Lakers game. Limited menu. Build FOMO through stories, reels, text blasts. Number 4, mobile first ordering experience. Have a QR code slapped on your truck and bags leads to a clean trucks and bags leads to a clean site or app where they can pre-order, join the loyalty program, refer friends, get text alerts and promos. You're no longer just a food truck, you're a brand on wheels. Number 5, smart upsells. Bundle your best dish with 3 signature drinks. Number 5, top chips / snacks. $1 add-ons, extra sauce, double meat, etc. Let them build their own experience. That's how you get those $25 orders. Bonus, the killer edge. Your local, real, and moving around. Your food doesn't sit in a to-go container for 40 minutes. It hits different fresh off the grill. Final thought, you're not competing with Uber Eats, you're outsmarting them. While they automate, you personalize. While they charge extra, you build value into every bite. Just like that, your $1 million idea is gone. But this is what I mean when I say be a shark. And the R is for ruthless, because somebody out there will be if you're not. Here's the bottom line. If you got a gym, protect it, trademark it, write it down, build a deck. Do something or risk watching your dream become someone else's payday. If you're just looking for free $1 million ideas, spend 10 minutes on social media. The streets are leaking brilliance, but only the sharks eat. If you aren't the best, be the worst. Let's be real. Nobody remembers the middle. In music, food, fashion, and business, there are 2 places where people pay attention. The top and the bottom. Everything in between, invisible. Think about hip hop. Everyone's got their top 5. You know the list. Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Hove, maybe Kendrick or Wayne. They also got a worst 5. And Vanilla Ice is getting tossed around like a hot potato. But what about that one rapper who dropped the album in 06 that was just okay? Exactly, you forgot them because okay doesn't go viral. The psychology behind it. There's actual science behind this. Psychologist Barry Schwartz in his book, The Paradox of Choice, explains how people don't remember average experience. They remember the extremes. The best meal they ever had, the worst customer service. The funniest video, the most cringe-worthy moment. It's called the peak-in rule, a concept from behavioral economics coined by Nobel Peace Prize winner Daniel Kahneman. It says people judge experience based on the peak, either good or bad, and the ending, not the sum, not the average, the moment that stood out. So when YouTubers review food, guess what they go for? The worst rated restaurants in the city or the most hyped? Because either way, it's a story, it's content, it sticks. Nobody's checking for the 3.5 star burger joint in between. Why does this matter in business? Let's say you're starting a clothing brand. You might not have the money or influence to be seen as luxury right away. But guess what? You don't have to be the best if you can't afford to be the best. You can absolutely afford to be the most wild, weird, controversial, or disruptive. Look at brands like Crocs. Once roasted for being ugly, now a fashion statement. Or Liquid Death, which sells canned water using heavy metal branding. It's not just water, it's the most extreme water on earth. That's sticky, the most memorable. That's branding. Here's what you can do. Be bold, be different, or be intentionally bad. Many people say, what is this? That curiosity can spark connection. Choose a side. Neutral is forgettable. Middle of the road gets no attention. Turn bad into a badge. Some of the most iconic cult brands started as a joke, memes, or underdogs. So if you're not number 1 right now, no stress, just make sure you're something. Because in a world of infinite option, bland is the only one that won't get talked about. Number 1, Crocs. Started as an ugly shoe joke, collabing with Balenciaga, Post Malone, and selling out limited drops. They leaned all the way into the meme, made it their identity, and now they are fashion flex in certain circles. Number 2, Liquid Death. Started as a punk rock canned water brand that calls itself Murdering Your Thirst. Now a $700 million valuation as of 2023, a household name in edgy alternative health branding. Nobody thought canned water would go viral, but the wild branding, inverted tone, and skull-heavy packaging hit hard with Gen Z millennials. Number 3, White Claw. Started as a meme, literally. Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. Had frat boys, college girls, and meme page making a drink of the summer. Now it dominates the hard seltzer game and crushed competitors like Truly in the early race. Number 4, Supreme. Started as a skate shop at NYC that sold limited pieces to a niche audience. Now, worth over $1 billion after being bought by VF Corp. What made them sticky? Scarcity plus hype, doing the exact opposite of traditional marketing. They dropped bricks and crowbars as merch. Number 5, Lil B the Bass God. Started as a rapper who rapped off beat, said wild things, and was clown online. Now, cult following, books, lectures at MIT, built a brand on positivity, weirdness, and being unapologetically different. He became a meme, then turned the meme into a movement. Number 6, Skittles. New branding era. Started as regular candy, then became wild, absurdist, advertising legend. Their campaigns leading to the weird like taste the rainbow in commercials with people growing Skittles out of their skin. Offbeat became iconic. The importance of networking in relationships. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You've heard it before, and guess what? It's facts. Let's break it down. Why it matters. In both business and life, relationships can open doors that talent alone can't. And it might sting a little, especially if you're someone who's been grinding, learning and stacking skills. But connections, they can fast track opportunities that work years over. Oh, that others work years for. Just look at Bronny James. He's talented, no doubt. But there are high school players out there with better stats who didn't get that NBA combined invite. Why did Bronny get the nod? Nepotism. But before you hate on it, that's how the world works. If your dad's LeBron James and you're playing ball, the doors that open for you aren't luck, they're legacy. But I don't know LeBron. Exactly, most people don't. So here's the question. What can you do? The truth is, you're one DM, one comment, one handshake away from someone who can change your life. Let's look at a real, relatable examples of networking works and how networking works in unexpected ways. Issa Rae, creative of the show Insecure, once said, "Network across, not just up." She built an empire by collaborating with friends, fellow creatives, and local talent before any major company gave her a shot. Viola Davis and Octavia Spencer became close friends in acting school. Later in life, they helped open casting doors for each other. Common story. Kid from Atlanta landed a job with a big sneaker company just by always being at the local boutique, building relationship with the reps, tagging them in outfit posts, and giving game in the DM. They remembered his name when the position opened. Scientific proof. According to a study from LinkedIn and MIT, weak ties, aka people you barely know or follow, are more likely to help you land job opportunities than close friends. Why? Because they have access to different networks. You're more likely to find new information or opportunities through people outside of your usual circle. How to network the right way. It ain't just about knowing people. It's about bringing value and building relationships. Here's how to do it. Number 1, start where you are. Don't wait for the perfect mentor. Look at your classmates, co-workers, group chats. These are future artists, CEOs, stylists, founders, connections. Connect now. Number 2, give value before asking for anything. Share their work, leave real comments, send articles, ideas, or offer to help. Don't just say, put me on. Number 3, follow up without being thirsty. Networking isn't one DM. It's about staying in contact, cheering people on, and checking in when you don't need something. Number 4, go where the people are. Conferences, meetups, Instagram lives, Twitter spaces, TikTok comments. Don't just scroll, engage. Number 5, be curious, not clout hungry. Ask questions, be interested in people's stories, not just their status. People love being around others who listen and care. The cost of not networking. If you don't build relationships, you'll miss job and money opportunities you never knew existed. You'll work twice as hard for half results. You'll find yourself last to know, first to go. You will limit your vision into only what you know instead of what you can learn from others. Bottom line, whether it's a job, a brand collab, or a dream project, people don't just hire talent, they hire trust. And trust is built through relationships. So build your network now, not when you need something. Start connecting, start caring, start showing up. That's how people remember your name when it matters most. That's the end of chapter 4. No, that's the end of chapter 5.